goes well. I'm not really sure if it will or not. I'm trying out a new setup, kind of. Let me switch over my screen to where I can see the game. Cool. Okay, so I can see my stream manager. At, at some point I should be able to see my own stream. Hopefully, my channel. Cool. And if you're wondering why I'm wanting to be able to see my own stream, it's so that I can check and see that everything's running smoothly. Okay, so I should be able to see pretty much everything now. I'm going to be playing some of Hitman 3. Yesterday, or the day before, I finished on the top of the world and started Death in the Family, but became very annoyed at Death in the Family. So I'm actually just going to restart it because being annoyed whenever you first start it is not a good way to start. Okay, so pretty much the same as I always love to do. I'm gonna bring the silver baller. I'm actually going to switch over to my crowbar because I happen to know from yesterday that I need a crowbar and I was struggling to find one. It was not fun. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm just checking to try and see. Yeah, that's not working. Hmm. So it appears that. Oh, hey, Captain Legs. I'm just trying to figure out a problem that I'm having right now. The problem is essentially that every time that I click on the game, I lose the ability to see my captions quit working. So I'm going to need to resize it real quick so that the game isn't actually taking up the full size of the screen so that Chrome doesn't minimize its captioning software and so that it doesn't stop working. Sorry for rambling. Okay, that should be working now. Cool. So I'm gonna be playing on professional, the same as I normally do. Well, thank you, Legs. I'm very glad that it's looking alright. Oh, I didn't hit select. I was wondering why it wasn't going. I hope that the weird tiramisu is good. Then again, I know that Yosha's a pretty good
Thornbridge
cook,
Manor,
so I'd imagine it
the
is.
Carlisle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlisle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlisle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlisle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for
Well, isn't
backup is
that
going to
weird?
fall on very deaf
It's talking
ears.
about deaf ears and
Good luck,
I can't
gentlemen.
hear it anymore. It, is everything okay? Why can't I hear? Yeah, that's set correctly. Volume mixer is Hitman. Oh, Hitman 3 is making sound. It's just very quiet on my end for some reason. Oh, why did I do that? Sorry. Okay, yeah, you should still be able to hear Hitman 3? Fingers crossed. I have no idea why it just went mute for me.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame
Hmm.
Carlyle. You've done
Yesterday
right to...
I knocked all of them out with a gold bar, but I don't think I'll be doing that today. That just didn't go well for me. Well, it went fine, but I had to deal with those two as well. Can I? No, I cannot. Oh,
That
nope,
is
nope.
Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator
Hmm.
hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
I could take his
Okay.
place. Oh, oh no,
Whatever.
no. I feel like I've chosen a difficult way to go about this, for no particularly good reason. Hmm, how should I do this? Did I bring the golden bar? Yes, I did. And are they looking at me? No, they are not. That is a mistake. Always keep your eye on the birdie. You know what? I'm going to reload because my plan is terrible. I really should just do what I did yesterday and knock
Thornbridge
them all
Manor,
out.
the Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Reverend Alexa
Yeah,
Carlyle
for
and
some
her three
reason
adult
she's
children,
quiet
younger brother Zachary, grandson and
whenever it comes
daughter-in-law,
to the
are all gathered to
cutscenes.
conduct Carlyle's
I
sham
don't know
funeral.
if she is in the recording or not.
Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning,
It's really
but his
weird.
purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch.
Okay.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer,
I don't really care to
private
kill
investigator.
people,
I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
so,
Please wait.
Hey, no, no, no!
What
hi.
in the world did
That
that
is
person
Phineas
ever
Whitmer,
do to you?
the
What
famous
Hello.
was
private
that?
investigator
Good night.
hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why
Ow.
he's here.
Ow,
Maybe
ow, ow,
you should
ow,
do some
ow, ow,
detecting
ow, ow.
yourself, 47.
That could have gone a lot better. So much better than it did. Oh wait, I loaded onto what I did yesterday. Whoops. Okay, third time's the charm. And this time, you know what? Boop. I don't care if I'm killing people. Boop. Oh my goodness, I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him. Aiming is hard. I, I have no idea how I actually killed that guy and have missed this one twice. Okay. Melee it is. Problem with melee.
That is Phineas
You
Whitman,
gotta be
the
very
famous
quick,
private
and I am not
investigator,
very quick.
hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here.
Oh. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this the hard way. Only I'm going to mix it in a bit with the smart way this time.
Phineas Whitmer,
Just a
private
tiny
investigator.
bit.
I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
The
Please wait.
smallest bit.
I said drop.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator, hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here.
Other two?
Maybe
Yeah, they're
you
on their
should do
way.
some detecting yourself, 47.
Well, that worked. Unfortunately, I can't hear again. My new microphone setup idea does not seem to be a good idea. Oh well, could be worse. At least I got promoted to private investigator. Oh, I can hear again. I don't know why it's switching between I can't hear anything and I can actually hear. Because my headphones don't normally do that. Am I the private? Yeah, I am the private eye. Are are they not expecting me?
Stay away from me, sir. You could get hurt.
Did I kill him so
How are you today,
fast
sir?
that they're not expecting the private eye?
Security.
You want one way to tell easily? Mission stories. Yeah, I'm the private eye.
Detail at a staged funeral event tomorrow.
Okay, talk to the
That'll be
butler.
a
So
first for
that's
me.
working now.
I hope I can keep
For
it
some reason, it didn't ping anything
Talking to
for
Madame
me.
Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all
I'll
kinds of
take the hammer.
questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing.
I'll take a fuse
You did
cell.
make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler.
Oh, of course.
Oh, you know, I forgot that that was unlocked. I was thinking that I was going to need the crowbar for it. Hey,
Ah, you
Buckley.
must be Mr. Whitmer. Madame Carlyle has asked
How
me
are
to
you?
be of assistance to you. I
Well,
trust you've had a good
I'm
look around.
someone. Maybe not
Are you
Mr.
ready to see
Whitmer,
the
I
crime scene
can't
now?
promise.
I am. Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the butler did it, even though I
I
don't
feel
think he
obliged to
did.
point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be
Hmm.
familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all.
Yeah, keep
So
it real.
please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
Oh,
I'll
there will be
consider her death
consequences
when
that
I
I
leave.
got in.
For centuries, the Carlyles have
Before you
fought to
inspect the
prosper,
crime scene,
all of
I will
us
tell you this.
alone.
The case concerns the death
We could
of Mr.
only
Zachary,
unite across time.
Madame Carlyle's younger brother.
We could crush.
He was found dead in his bed this morning.
Quite
The
frankly,
door
he
was
got
locked
lucky.
from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his
Honestly,
own life.
not a bad look for
I've prepared
47.
some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room. To
Oh
my
yeah.
right.
Goodbye.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Of course I will. I get to the bottom of everything. Let's see. I think that there's a guy out here. Let's go ahead and quietly deal with this guy before he becomes an issue for me. I hear that he likes gold. I like gold too. Meh. I'm sure nobody will miss him. Nobody knew him in the first place.
Why
Eh,
don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's dead.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Ah, I got a floor plan.
photocopy of the
I know where
floor
I'm
plans.
going now. Not that I
Somebody's been
didn't before.
researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler.
Oh,
I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
let's see. How do I get downstairs? Oh, there. That works. One downside to playing this with the controller is it's actually fairly jittery.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will
Correct
take
me
you
if I'm
to
wrong,
Madame
but
Carlyle.
don't the private eyes usually
This is
make
very
the list
useful
of possible
information, 47.
suspects?
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first? That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Ooh. Wait. Don't I have the crowbar? Oh no. How do I not have a crowbar again? Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought I switched out the lockpick for the crowbar. Well, could be worse.
Zachary's diary.
Toasty.
This is big. He was about to confess to the world
Ooh,
that he and
poison.
Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Sorry, had to mute for a second to readjust the microphone.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit
sword.
the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings.
You need to forget about Patrick.
Unless, of course, you want to do
No
some more
good's gonna come of
detecting,
it.
47?
Stick to your own kind. You mean like Chris?
You
He treated
wanna...
me like shit. All he wanted
Fine,
to do was
you
play
can
his
be busy. I'm
stupid
gonna steal
video
your
games.
stuff.
Never any romance.
My
I
apricot.
deserve romance.
My bag of sugar. My bag of sugar. You can never have enough sugar. And I'll take your iron just because
Rosie,
you wouldn't
tell
talk
me
to
what
me.
you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But would you mind taking a few steps away from me, please?
So 41 guests
You
will
are
attend the
lucky
funeral.
that I don't kill you.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
I'm very annoyed, but I won't kill
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
You done? It seems
How are
like
things
they're
coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
what's the laundry room looking like? Ooh, soap. And it looks like, somebody's going to get hit. I don't really care who. I'm annoyed with all of them at this point. Well, I guess I do care who. Really? None of them? Fine. Fine. I won't hit you. I will take your fish. Let's see.
What Emma did when she arrived?
What is it now?
Oh, they are starting to find what I did whenever I first got here. I was sure that I could... Oh, I can talk to him.
You're not dead.
Hey, me and this fish have some questions for you.
You smell nicer, but this is still too close.
Help!
Professor Edward Carlyle.
I smell
Can you
nice
tell
while
me
I'm
your
holding the
whereabouts
fish.
for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff were all the company he had. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
No,
Did you
that's
notice
not all.
anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning, or perhaps the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy. And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
All of these people have issues. Quite frankly, their mother is probably the source of most of them, but at the same time, they all have issues. What's up,
Gregory
dude?
Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
I want to kill all these people.
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and Mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Come here. I know that I need to talk to you too.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I
You
need to
are?
account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
So, he was killed by a rare plant poison, and he keeps rare plants.
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
I don't think that's any of your strong suits. They're all assholes. Uh, oh, another one of
Rebecca
you.
Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
I guess I'll
Anything
ask you
else
one
feel
more
like
thing.
mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Isn't Edward the dead one? Yeah, I don't know. Everything about this game is weird. Well, no, this game's great. For some reason, this mansion's weird. Okay. I was trying out mouse and keyboard and just... I cannot do mouse and keyboard. Let's see. Bunch of stuff to steal from you. A fire poker, a ore, place to hide, and a bird cage. I don't know what I can do with the bird cage, but I get the feeling that I can do something. Okay. Oh, this is where I came in. Are there more locations of interest? Do I have that on the map? Oh. I'm supposed to use the camera. Oh. That makes a lot more sense. That makes a ton more sense as to why I wasn't finding anything.
You look tanned.
Wait, is this the area where I'm supposed to use it? Yes.
I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
I need to know what's going on. This affects me too, you know.
Anyone? Weird, it shows me that I can use the camera here. What's up, dude? I'm gonna take a picture of you.
Looking good, man. Looking
Oh,
good.
thank you. You get to live.
Did you find out that the vote was notarized? But how the hell did that happen?
Okay, if I'm being entirely honest, I
No, we
have
all signed it.
pretty much
I gave it to
lost
him in person.
interest in this, so
He says he got it notarized.
I think that I'm going to go ahead and just start hunting instead. Murder mysteries have never really been my thing. Okay. I think that she's upstairs. What's up, my dudes? And where is she? Oh, there she is. Cool. Down this hall. Right where these two assholes don't want me to go. Simple enough. Simple enough. Oh, good God, there's a third floor. Can anybody see me? He can, but... Oh, she's got people following her.
Sorry, sir, not coming through here. Move
But
away right now, thanks.
really? Fine. I'll just take over one of these guys that's left down here. Let's see, how many of you are there?
Just keep calm.
Oh. I didn't think that you would let me through. Am I allowed in here? Nope. No, I'm not.
Aaron Ford Jr. calling from...
And that guy's going to see everything that I do. You know what? Hammer time.
I'll hold.
I hate...
Stop the strangling right now!
Oh
You're gonna
no.
regret this!
Oh no.
That was a gunshot.
Why did I strangle him instead of doing that?
Delivery area clear. I don't have anything here. Over.
I don't care to... You know what? I just thought about... There...
Right there.
That's affirmative.
Yoink. Yoink. I am you. Goodbye.
Lost sight of him.
I
He
saw
must
him
have got
back
a
there.
position.
Go get him.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Oh. Mm-hmm. So you know who I... Oh, yeah, they found all the dead people. Oh no, several of them know who I am. That's more unfortunate than I had expected.
Help me! No, you gotta help me!
Hmm. How should I go about doing this? Oh wait, you're looking that way. Well then I'm going here. Cool.
Just keep calm.
I am calm. How many floors does this manor have? Are you a place to hide? Yes, you are. Oh yeah. So Is she going back downstairs? Hmm. You know what? If she's going back downstairs, then I guess I could deal with... How many people are in this room? I think only one or two. You come back in? Hmm. Is there a place to hide people down here? Oh, there's something else out here. What's out here?
Gotta dig this place. Ancestral graveyard, trophy room, and the office safe is hidden behind a portrait, with a secret mechanism for uncovering it. It's got real soul.
First time here?
Yep.
Yeah, it's impressive, all right.
A safe in Madame Carlyle's office. I bet that's where she keeps the file on Arthur Edwards.
Please don't.
How about I do? Okay. One problem down. Hey, dude.
Please stay back.
Sure. Come here. Sorry, I just don't feel like dealing with any of you. Hey, dude. Don't worry, I'm not killing you. I'm just hitting you as hard as I can with a hammer. You know, I don't know how I'm going to open the safe. But aside from that, killing her just seems way easier. Wait. There was something... Oh, eh. Well, there's the safe. Hmm. Oh, button. That sounded like a safe. That
Peculiar
was a
icons
safe.
above the safe. I wonder if they might be some sort of a code. Maybe have a look around the office, 47.
Okay, so a clock, a telescope, a fire, and a moose. Well, there's a clock, there's a fire, there's a moose, and I think I saw a oh, nope. I need to be upstairs. Upstairs quickly. Oh, yeah, there's a telescope. But she seems upset.
I just discovered a weapon on the ground. You need to look into that.
Oh no. Of course. Actually, if he leaves, that leaves me alone with her. Boop.
That's Madame Carlyle taken
Problem
care of.
solved.
Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
Now time to get rid of the other problem, which being her body. There we go. And he's going downstairs. Cool. Now to figure out what all this is about. Flock, do you, have anything useful? Is it by the map, 1 through 12? Wait a second. That moose has a 5 above it. Okay. So the moose is 5, I assume. I can't be entirely sure, obviously. Okay. So since the moose has a 5 randomly above it, what does everyone else have? Telescope. Or I assume that's you. Oh, 9. Simple enough. Weird. Very weird. I don't know why physics is being physics. But I've seen worse. Do I have a guy coming back? No, he doesn't seem to be ready to come back yet. Moose. I don't see. Wait. Oh, yeah, Moose was 5. So. Telescope is 9. Moose is 5. What else am I looking for? Fire and clock. So I guess what is the fire? 7. Clock? Are you not the right clock? That might not be the clock that I'm looking for because I don't see a number by it. Oh, there you are. You look right. Cool. I have now forgotten all of the numbers. Okay, clock is... no. Clear. Oh, I hit B. Okay. So I need clock, telescope, fire, moose. So that is 1. 9. So 19. $1975. Wait a second. Isn't that the year that they murdered their brother or something? I'm guessing that was supposed to be the end of this? Yay!
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
I very much want out of this place now, because, oh, nope, nope, you see nothing. I'm going to admit I absolutely hate this manor. It is the worst map that I've seen so far in the Hitman franchise. Okay, there are you two. How do I get out of here? Map. How do I get out? Okay, so if I head in the opposite direction of where I am pointing, I will go this way, and I think this way, and down the stairs. And then just book it. Oh, you know who I am. Wait. Oh, 170 something meters. I guess I'll find another way out. Shouldn't be too hard. Can I get out? Yes, I can. Goodbye. I will never see any of you again. If I can at all control that.
Mary is so upset. She's never seen a dead body before.
Got a long way to go.
I heard Mary fainted when she
Long
heard Madame
way to
Carlyle was
run.
still alive. And she didn't even see it herself. It was burned before she told me.
I can believe that. What a surprise.
You know, contrary to what it probably seems like with me playing this level, I actually really enjoy playing Hitman, normally. Just for some reason, this level rubs me the wrong way. They found all the bodies earlier, why are they still here?
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Well, it seems like things went poorly. Very poorly. Good thing that I have a motorcycle. You know, 1 star, same rating that I would give the level, so that works. No, don't replan the mission. A new lockpick. Useful. I can pick up stuff in the bathroom. I can pick up deliveries.
Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do.
I forgot I have my mute button set to my, what's it called? Back button? So that's frustrating. There we go. Sorry.
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do.
Oh. I don't know why it looped. I have no idea.
Diana can't help you now.
My hands aren't even on the controllers or anything.
She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
He has seen better days.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah?
How about now? Over here! Cover me! Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on? Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
Dark.
You think you've won? 47 is out there, and 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight.
Oh.
We're all that's left now.
I actually feel bad for 47. For those of you that don't know, Gray was his childhood friend. Apex Predator. I actually do not know this mission at all. I can't bring anything or change anything. That does not bode well. Okay, here we go. One good thing about today, I haven't seen any of the bots. Granted, they might have been showing up and I just didn't see them. Okay. Gas station. Weird. Gas station and I don't have any of my powers. Even more weird. I have a bad feeling about this. And I'm very curious about this car. Hmm? I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna go with my hunch that She's at the gas station. Probably behind it, if I had to guess. It's so weird not being able to use the 47's powers. Oh, there's something. A flyer. That's... I just want to look around before calling her. Because I get the feeling that I'm going to call her and things are going to kick off. I don't have a lockpick, so no way that I'm getting in there. Oh, coin. Well, at least I have something now. This is creepy. Okay. Oh. Well, that's, concerning. Map? I don't have a map. Well, let's check out the woods, I guess. Oh, well, hello. I'll take a combat knife. That makes me feel more safe. More like I'm the Jason hunting people than, what it has been. Oh man, this is, Ooh, tall tower. I went in the tall tower. Tower. Is there a way into it? Oh, there is. And it's locked. I, fortunately, don't have a lockpick or anything. And I've also gotten myself a bit lost. Okay, that way's not the way that I'm going, so this way is. I guess that's how that works.
We've been compromised. Abort and walk away now. Who? ICA. They tracked me. Don't know how.
It's what they do. How many?
One prime asset and a whole pack of up-and-comers. They've infiltrated the club searching for us. Christ, I think I killed one of them. Get out now before they spot you.
No. They found us once. They'll find us again. Keep your head down. I'll take care of this.
Seems like 47's gonna do what 47 does. Oh, that looks like a lot of NPCs. Oh, no. Well, good news, I have my power back.
Hello. Sorry.
Bad
Reception is
news.
bad out here. I
Well,
got nothing to report, Chow.
bad news for him.
Agent Price.
I will take the gun and I'll take the knife. Thank you. Earpiece. Can I be you? No, I cannot.
This is like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Just keep trying, Agent Montgomery. Our
That's...
client considers Agent 47 and Olivia Hall as a serious threat. You can't underestimate them.
I never do, Joe. We'll find them. We're all in position.
Since I used to be an agent, wouldn't it be an agent and an agent stack? Or a needle and a needle stack? Hmm. Why do I feel like this is going to be just like the last mission? How do I get in? Perhaps through the completely open part of the fence that I ignored? That might make things a bit easier. I know that I'm not supposed to go this way, I'm just a very curious person. Nope, I am leaving mission area as a good way to fail quickly. Okay. Hmm.
Sorry,
Hello,
sir, you're
fellow
number 4 on my
fellows.
list, so you need to go.
You don't even know my name. Hmm. Well, that's unfortunate. I wanted to go over there. Oh well. There's no way that they'll let me by. I'll have to find some other way. Shh. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting clubbies. Okay. In reality, what does this get me? Because those two are together, so killing them would be a bit of a pain considering what I'm equipped with. Unless they separate at some point. I don't know. Hmm. I could really use a disguise. Question is, how should I go about getting one?
It's probably nothing, but, you know, why don't you just go and check it out?
Okay, I got it.
Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Oh, good God.
Help me? Please, someone help me over here.
I am you and I am gone.
It might have gone totally past me, but there are bad things going on. You should do
I do
something.
not want to be there whenever they figure that out. I actually meant to silent take down them. I don't even know if he saw me. Well, I know they saw me, but I don't know if he could recognize me if I hadn't changed. Ooh. Too bad I don't have the fuses from that other level. Oh well. I want to see what's up here. Okay. Oh, they found them. Missing power. Huh. I don't need...
Do we have a description of who we're looking for? I don't know. Sorry. I hope we get
Hmm.
him. The sooner the better.
They seem well armed. Too well armed. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and come back down because they don't know who I am. I'm just a fellow Crowbarian. You know what I said about they don't know who I am? That dude does. Hmm. They look like they have a better security clearance than what I do. How would I go about getting their costume? Hey friend, come here.
mine?
Friend? Okay, I was gonna say, please tell me that they don't both come over. Come here, before I am discovered. Okay. I am now club security. And I got another gun. Yay. Well, wait, a fuse cell? I needed one of these. Let's see. What is the... Ooh, that looks good. Promising. I assume that that means that I can do something here now.
Okay, really?
But the question is, what? So I can release it, but who am I supposed to release it on? Is it that dude? He's the only person I think I can still hit. Can I rotate it? No, I can only pull it in and out. Interesting. Oh, there he is. No, you'll do. Wow, that is really slow. Oh, I was trying to go out the wrong side. What an unfortunate accident. What could have happened to lead to such a conclusion? Wait, who's the guy in red?
I read you, Command. Understood. Bagging and tagging.
So, this doesn't look
Come
like...
on, nothing here. Standing by to stand by. Over.
Weird. I assumed that was a trap for someone, but I don't know who. What I do know is that somebody's gonna come over here. I think.
We might have a situation. I've checked the perimeter. Over.
Well, you do have a situation, but...
Hello? Is anybody?
Hey, that sounded like the person that I was supposed to get. Oh yeah, good gun. Very good gun. Or something. Remote audio distraction. That's actually probably going to be useful. This gun just looks fun. You know what? Yeah, I thought that you were one of the ones that I needed to deal with.
Agent Tams, report. Are you there?
So that means the other guy probably isn't an agent. So I've gotten two of them outside. I don't think I've killed a... Oh, wait. Yes,
That's
I have.
two. Don't make
This
this personal
poor,
or you'll get
person.
sloppy. And clearly he's not making that mistake.
I don't really care about cameras right now. They can see me all they want. I guess time to head inside. Who's in here? Well, I guess the people who know that I'm not who I say I am are probably the ones that I have to kill? Because they probably know who I am. So let's check this guy.
This is Davenport.
Oh
No sign
yeah.
of target.
Got him.
Stay alert. We don't need to give him an opportunity to strike.
Now the question, how am I going to deal with this guy? That looks promising, but where can I shoot it from? And does he stand under it? Hmm. He kinda stands under it, not really. Is there an upstairs? I assume that there's an upstairs or something. Hmm.
Hey, I'm looking
What's
for a
back
man.
here?
Regular height, bald, Caucasian.
Are you a cop?
No, he's a friend. Was supposed to meet him in the chill-out room, but he hasn't turned up. Thought he might have dropped by.
It's a pretty vague description you gave. You kind of described every man here.
I suppose. But he also has this big tattoo.
Who doesn't? Sorry, man, you're on your own. Besides, I don't talk to cops.
I'm not a cop.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen your friend, okay?
I'm
Go
not a
look
cop
elsewhere.
is the most cop thing that you could ever say.
I'll beat some respect into you.
Hey dude, thanks for not ratting me out. I really want this guy, but I don't know how I'm going to get him. Yeah, he just stands there in the middle of a bloody crowd. Hmm. That's a downstairs entrance. I'm not terribly interested in going downstairs.
Please stay back.
Stay back. Am I not one of you? Yeah, I am one of you. Why don't you tell me to stay back? I don't know. Club's got pretty good music, gotta admit that. Let's see, got a car battery, got another fuse cell. Wait a second, where am I? Oh. Let's see, if I can lure him in here, can anybody see me? Not really. That may be a way to go about it? I don't know, not the most comfy thing. Who are you? You know what? I don't care who you are. I was asking about an upstairs, and here's one.
Yeah, hi. I called you the other day. Do you remember me? Oh, no, it was about
I
the
don't know
lights.
whether it just went completely mute for everyone else, but it did for me. I still have no idea why it's doing that.
Hey?
You know,
Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
to check. Yeah, I can hear it. OBS? Yeah, you can hear it.
Hi, I
Yeah, I can
called
hear
you
it
the other
completely
day.
again.
Do you
I don't
remember
know
me?
why it does
Oh,
that.
no, it was about the lights. The lights at my job. Yeah, I don't think they're safe in tubes. No, man, I don't know, man. No, it's like a tree thing. No, not an office. It's like a warehouse. And I overheard a
That dude sounds high as fuck. Hey, any of you know who I am? I feel out of place here. I don't want to be in there anymore. What's back here? Rat poison. That'll do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Hey, are you somebody important? You don't seem very important. So, I'm gonna get you out of my way. Congratulations. Come here. Good. I was scared that they were gonna see what I was doing. Okay, I want my wrench back. And that dude cannot dodge a ball. And let's see, who are you? Ooh. Viewing ports. Maybe from that viewing port.
Damn. Hey, mind where you're going.
Yeah, I will. I don't know how I'm gonna go about killing the guy, but I know that I don't want to be seen. There you go. Nice and comfy, cuddling with his friend. Okay. Now I guess the main question is, can I see him? Oh, I can climb through. Yo. Okay, so... where is the guy that I already identified? I don't know. Apparently he's that way. Oh, he's on the same floor as me. I don't know why I was thinking that was above him. I'm gonna go and head back to where he is. From here, I could probably hit that. And accident him. I don't think anyone would see me from here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't. Cool. So I'm gonna try and hit him with this. Try being the operative word. Seems like he's on his way back. Big mistake on his behalf. Would not recommend it. Well, maybe. I don't know where I am compared to his loop. Oh, there he is. Tick tock, dude, tick tock. You're on the clock. What? That is not what I was aiming for. Actually, wherever he drags the body, I can probably deal with. That'd work. I have killed 2 non-targets with a trap. Unfortunate.
Hello? I think something bad is happening.
Dude,
Okay. Really bad.
what are you doing?
Okay, leave it to the pros. Hey, Chow, you copy. The bishop is in play.
I assumed I'm the bishop.
Please help me.
Yeah, that ain't useful. Good grief.
Come in, command! Got an accident over here.
And let me guess, he's not even gonna be the one to move the body.
Hey, get the fuck down!
Get in. Get in. Get going. Get gone.
Davenport, come in.
Up the ladder.
Agent
Up
Davenport,
the ladder.
there.
That was about as
We've lost a
out in the
third.
open as possible.
We're paying for our mistakes with blood. Stop wasting time and end this.
Oh, I could have knocked off a bag of bricks to knock them out. Honestly, I don't think they would survive that. So I got 3 so far. Not bad, not bad.
Someone should teach this horrible man a serious lesson.
Thank you, thank you. You've done your part. Now leave it to the pros.
What is this? What the
Enlighten me
fuck?
here. Do we have a description?
Never really got a good look at the firm.
I'm very curious what this does. What you do? Oh. That is probably how I could have gotten them. Whoops. Apparently I could have done that. Well, I know I could have done that clean. Oh well. Lessons for next time.
I found a weapon. Yeah, a weapon. It was just lying around.
You know, downstairs I go. Let's see what other assholes I can find. Well, you know who I am. That's unusual now, isn't it?
Security. You look well prepared.
I am well prepared. Always. Mine. Have fun. So he should drink the poison and go off somewhere. Question is he who I think he is? Need to be on the other side to tell, I think. Hey dude, are you an agent? You seem real agent-like in knowing who I am. Oh, more know who I am. A lot of people know who I am. This is unfortunate. You see nothing. You see nothing either. I'll find you two later. First, I want to see what this dude does. Oh, that's just unsanitary. Oh god, unfortunate. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Emily needs out.
Press the advantage while you still can.
Move to better position! Force him out of cover! Jesus, he really is a guy.
Did I get another? I did get another. Oh my god.
Montgomery.
Get me the fuck out.
Montgomery's down. This is where a cavalier attitude gets you in this line of work. Remember that.
Oh. That could have gone way better. But, upshot, I do know that that guy wasn't an agent. But one of the other two, I think, was.
Go! Go! With all due respect, sir, this is looking pretty hairy. You got your orders. I expect you to carry them out, understand? Affirmative.
Okay, so that's where I am. Let's head down. Let's head down again. Wait, I'm trespassing. So there are other people that are allowed somewhere that I'm not. That is a bit odd. No, isn't it? It just don't make good sense. Who is allowed where I am not?
Really check that out. Go have a look-see, please. I hear you.
Who are you? This way, please. Thank you. Unfortunate. I am someone else that you don't know. You've never met me before. I meant to hide.
Anyone copy? Someone on the ground. Here. They're not moving. They're not breathing.
Damn. I could have sworn that he was the target. Oh well.
Oh my god! Who's on my 6? I need backup!
More.
You, go! Flush him out! He's right over there! Right over there!
I'm gonna hide. Things went south, very quickly. Good grief, I've only killed 3 agents, and I've killed so many innocent people.
Hey, get ready! Please!
I need assistance. Requesting backup.
Time to step up your game!
Hello.
Listen up, you got a situation.
Come on,
here.
do you read? We've got multiple casualties here. I think it's the same guy.
Hey,
call sign 9. I need a second.
That is about as unfortunate as it gets. I want out, need out, now.
Montgomery, I need a report.
Well, at least one of them was right.
Damn it!
How am I still... Okay, I'm not in combat. Thing. Everything. Oh, you know who I am. You know what? You're gonna die. I don't care if you are someone or not.
This is Banner. No
Oh, you
updates.
are someone.
Stop talking. Focus on finding him.
Agent.
Agent Banner, report. Are you there?
Oh, huh. I
Another
guess
one.
that's all that I needed
That's
to
it. I'm
do.
pulling the plug. Get out of there now.
Well, that's good news because, I'm well and truly hunted. How in the world am I gonna get out of here? What? Through the front door. Or a door. I don't really care. Just let me out. Oh wait, this is an underground place. I need to go up. How in the world do I get out? Nope, I don't want to go that way. Where's the stairway? Do I have a map? Okay, so in here? Yeah, so stairway's right here. Cool. Hello, nothing happened in there to worry about. Just me needing to leave in a hurry. Leave it to me to run away from the exit. Never ask me for directions. I am horrible with directions.
Stay on your post.
Of course. That is not an exit. From the map, it looks like I need to go through here, go this way. Maybe this. Yay! I did really, really badly on this map. And the last one.
We're clear.
You killed all of them?
They got my message. Where are you?
Diner. Up the main road.
On my way.
Mission rating 0 stars. That's not too much of a surprise. Oh, wow. Remote micro taser. That actually sounds pretty cool.
You're hurt.
You should see the other guy.
I did see the other guy.
Before. What you did back there. You really are all Gray said you'd be. 47. He didn't suffer, did he?
He made it count.
Bruised but not broken. I'm glad. It's time we start afresh, you and me.
Get to the point.
You and your friends pulled off the impossible. You stormed the heavens, took down the untouchables, and yet here we are. Status quo. It just goes to show you can't fight power, Miss Burnwood. Power never dies, it only changes hands. The best you can do is claim it. I never cared about power. Power is a tool, Miss Burnwood. It's the thing that gets you to the thing. As the next constant, you can be the agent of change.
Transform the system from the inside, or be transformed by it.
No risk, no reward.
I'll need to think about it.
No, you won't. The real question is, what will you bring to the table?
You know what? I think I've just about hit the limit of what I can do. I don't have much energy left. So I'm going to look and see if I want to raid anyone. Probably not. Let's see. Let me start up the music. Sorry if it's loud. You know, I'm going to raid Izumi, I think. I-Z... I... I did that wrong. I did that incorrectly. Yeah, 'tis how that's supposed to work. Maybe it's... Oh, it did work.